Welcome everyone to more Wargame Red Dragon Reddit tournaments. We got ANZ versus the Refugees in round 2 of the semifinals over here. We're not going to go through all of the units since they are pretty much using the same deck as the previous round. So we're just going to look at how they do and fare against each other. So this is a really interesting map. Hopefully the Refugees learn from their mistakes and buy more commands in the start. So there's already one going towards Charlie, one going towards Alpha, so that's good to see. And hopefully we will see one going towards Galvan Hotel really soon, hopefully in the first 5 minutes. Speaking of minutes, this game is only going to last about 16 minutes, so that is good to see here. It'll be hopefully action-packed and compact. So let's see how this goes. We got some Black Hawks here moving up from Barry Dillon. Not quite sure what these are packing. Could be Navy SEALs or could be, let's see what they are. 5-man squads. What are those? Cavalry? Cavalry scouts. Cavalry scouts. There we go. Interesting choice of units. I would just go with Navy SEALs and Light Riflemen. Interesting to see this. But yeah, we got a huge column coming up on the left. Looks like there's just a lot of infantry moving up towards the towns. Kind of a waste in the start. We'll be better off moving them straight towards Echo, since the enemy won't really be fast enough to move all the way towards Alpha in that time. Got some V150s, 90mm mortars in the back. I think those are mortars, right? Nope, those are actually just armored vehicles. The French units, that is. Twin minigun just, wow, taking a lot of SAS out. And it looks like these guys are, yep, they're falling back towards the forest into safe distance. Cavalry scouts using their Seklos missiles, actually hitting once. Quite impressive to see these guys being used successfully like that. 35% accuracy on these units. Wow, they actually hit again. That is really impressive. So we got a huge motorized column moving towards the right side. Just an insane amount of units. And the same goes for the red side. The insane amount of units here is truly in epic proportions. So this is a non-naval variant, which is good to see too. It's all going to be focusing on the land. And definitely in these ranked, not really ranked, but tournament matches, it's good to see that it's all being focused on land instead of like one giant naval strike that will kind of dislodge the entire land battle. So good to see this. Ooh, NASAM's firing 4 missiles off of the F-15. Ooh, hitting with the 2 missiles that were fired in the second volley. Looks like F-15 is coming back for more. We got a huge motorized column moving towards the forest over here too. Looks like the F-15 is going to be safe this time. So we got a huge amount of units over here. We got a lot of government unloading. N113s in the back. Hachinana Shiki. So this is basically just the plain blue for deck here. And the AML 60s are doing a good amount of damage here too. They don't just do HE damage, but they actually light the forest on fire, which is a good strategy. The bomber coming up, napalming the road here. Complete waste since everything is already gone. And we got a huge amount of R.Frew units coming up to try to counter this push from the blue side. So this is going to be interesting to see. I'm just worried about the napalm in this place because this place is now lit up a bit, which will slow these guys down quite a lot. Government 90 coming up, and 1 IPs are being hit by the anti-tank weapons from these guys, and they are quite strong. 16 AP, about 20 rounds per minute, which is the big plus here of these units. And they carry some good assault rifles too. So this is a little bit too clumped up, but it does look epic. Let's see how this goes. Mortars raining down again. That's gonna light this place on fire once more. If they hit the forest, that is. But as you can see, the napalm is really working against red team now. Not quite sure how this is gonna go, but it looks like blue team is winning. They got these guys surrounded. Horrible. Wow, those mortars really made the difference over here. Those mortars just wrecked the red team here completely. Not by the direct HE that they do, But just the napalm that they, or not the napalm, but the fire that they caused, it is really slowing Red4 down here. As you can see, just this patch without napalm is holding out quite well. But that's all going to change. So good move there by red team. Eric's moving up. Wow, those guys are just going to wreck this M1 IP in no time. There we go. 25 AP power on those units. Just insane. Luckily, red team does have some extra units over here. Soju Buntai here with their Carl Gustav M2s. Really nice AT units. But the mortar is doing its job again. The AML-60, definitely try this guy out. 20 rounds per minute on this. Really impressive. So we got an attack on the left side here. Plane just moved up. F1. Looks like it's going towards the right side to try to take out something over here. I'm not quite sure what it's aiming at. What the hell? Okay. Weird. Looks like the blue attack on the town was successful. A Puff or Raven coming up, trying to taking out one of those AA pieces. Good move from the red team over here, but looks like blue is really pushing hard over towards Alpha. Probably going to be a secondary assault coming up from over here. We got some M113 standing by to move towards Alpha, move towards the town. And get some extra M113s coming up from Fallschirmjäger, just defending the town, which is a good move there. Never leave a town undefendable, folks. Wow, Eric's even being able to fire in the forest. A while ago, that was actually not possible. Like Smalls and Eric's weren't able to fire inside of a forest like that because of the range. But now we got a lot of Jaeger being unloaded. That's going to be able to take out these guys and move all the way over here. But that's why these V150s are being stationed over there. It's a good move there. So if you look at the conquest points, it looks like Future Pro is leading with 67 points. But they might lose Alpha completely, and they are not moving any units towards this area, which is really weird. And they're just moving them towards the enemy positions, which is also very weird. Not a good micro there. Let's look over towards the right side. Looks like blue is slowly being pushed back over here. That VDA is doing a good job here of killing that Cobra. F-15Js are being taken out by the tracked Rapiers with their insane range of 3,850 meters on airplanes. Real nice to see that. We got a lot of Jaegers still moving towards the town. They're gonna take out these few complexes. They're gonna be they're not gonna move out of here, that's for sure. Jaegers are just one of the best town infantry in my opinion. They just do not want to get out. F-15D Eagle unloading bombs on this giant convoy, taking it out completely. If that was destruction, that would be at least 200 points. Really nice to see that. More V150s are being called in, it seems, to try to HE these guys into submission. Assault engineers are just gonna get wrecked by the amount of MG3s that these guys pack. Just German engineering, folks. German engineering. So the right side is being taken over by red. Good move, good counter, and a good reinforcement after that counter. So really nice to see a good amount of micro on the right side from Austrian Oak. But it looks like ANZ is leading again, since they capped Echo, Gulf, and India. But red team is slowly losing Alpha too, so they might actually cap Alpha in the next 5 minutes too. Napalm strike on the Jaeger. That's going to do a lot of damage to these guys. Beautiful napalm. I think that was from a Phantom or something like that. There you go. Second assault. Jaeger's doing their best to try to take out these guys with their MG3s and HKs. And they finally decide to move towards the town. I think it's too late. Too late now. Delta Force and Assault Engineers. Good combination from Barry Dillon here. He does like his airborne stuff, doesn't he? Alright, V150s. Again, doing a good job here. Really nice to see some of these cheap units being used instead of just the SU-122s. Sorry about that. A huge assault from blue team again on the right side. We got a KF-16C Block 52D coming up. One of my favorite seed planes, can also be used as an air superiority fighter, in my opinion. Coming up for another round. Ooh, missing that second shot. Probably going to be taken out this time. Wow. It actually dodged all those missiles and shells like a boss. Really impressive. Oh, look at this. Like a small ring of fire left. Ah, copyright, Lord of Rings. I gotta say, Blue is making good use of their transports. Really nice use of their transports. They're not just moving it towards the enemies to see what they got. They're actually using those machine guns and LMGs to do as much damage as possible. Like these Bisons, although they're just one transport, they will do a lot of damage. They will actually stun and panic enemy infantry out in the open. So really good use of that. So it looks like they're also pushing out of Gulf over here. They're doing a good job with their transports once again, using those to stun the crap out of the enemy here. These M2 Brownings do quite a lot of damage. About 1 HE, but the 90 suppression is what counts. Like these guys are all panicked because of that. Otherwise they would not have any problems taking out the Government. Although the SRV-121 is helping out quite a lot. Pretty much taking out 1 or 2 guys with every shot over here. So the main mistakes in this game, I will talk about those 2 in the start or at the end of the match. So definitely stay tuned for that. And tell me what your favorite unit is. Like it doesn't need to be just blue or red for, just any unit. My favorite unit is the KF-16C Block 52D. It's a mouthful, which is why I like it. Hashtag no homo. N1A2 is just getting hammered by the Government and the Erics. Yep, that is doing the most damage. That Erics though. Oh my god, it's just getting wrecked. And it's dead. Wow. Talk about efficiency. There we go. Fab VDAs are also being used to make, or just units are being used for their amphibious capabilities over here, which is also nice to see. I really don't see that a lot. Like, people don't use smoke a lot. People don't really push up with amphibious troops over water. And yeah, it just saddens me, guys. It just saddens me. So we got about 4 minutes left in this match. Looks like a final assault on Alpha is going to be the game changer over here. ANZ is leading with about 5 points at the moment. Blue or red did good with that cap in the start. They did exactly what they did not do in the previous round. But they did not really know how to push up. So red knows how to defend really well. They do not how to push up really well, which is something they should work on. Blue does a really good job of human wave tactics. They must be fans of Russia. V150 is just being slowly taken out by the STRV-103Ds. Really nice tanks here. 15 rate of fire. Really good accuracy. Small sized, good armor, and really good AP power too. So really nice to see these guys being used too. And they're just small, so you cannot really hit it with every shot, even if you have you know, like a BU or something against it. So really impressive. Another Prowler being called in. Not quite sure if it killed anything. There goes my favorite plane again, guys. Here's my fave. My babe. Oh, firing a missile off at that plane. Actually, no, that's McDonald's. Very nice. Let's return to the game. Stop looking at that KF-16. It's coming back for more, though. Did it not fire at the automatic? It is still turned on. Not quite sure why it didn't. Probably just out of range. Something interesting is happening on the map, but I'm just gonna see if this KF-16C manages to kill another AA piece over here. Nope, automatic's now turned off. Let's quickly look over towards the left. So we got an airborne assault over here. A lot of twin Hueys being called in, but they're too close to the shore, so these guys are gonna be spotted in a second. Let's quickly go over towards DN's point of view here. And see if these guys do get spotted. Not yet, it seems. Alright, let's go back to neutral and see what's going on the battlefield. Let's quickly go over towards Alpha again. So another napalm strike stopped these guys dead in their tracks, but they managed to move a few guys across. Got a Harrier coming up with a Maverick. Not quite sure what that fired at, but probably just a $5 transport. Dollar bills, y'all. Oh, these guys just totally bypassed the entire problem over there, and they're probably going to take out this general area Although, they do need to keep or stay in these 3 compounds here. The V150s will just tear them apart otherwise. Alright, these guys are moving way too close towards the shore now. They should have moved all the way over here and then went into Delta perhaps. Or at least went over here and then moved into Echo. But in this case, the SES would have taken them down, so I'm not quite sure how this is going to end. Only 2 minutes left, actually about 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this match. So people are probably going to leave in a second. And this is the second round, so it looks like ANZ is going to go towards the final round. And we will do replay commentaries of the quote-unquote losers, if they're actually available. And otherwise, we will do a replay commentary of the finals. And yeah, and that'll be the final match that I'm going to cast of the Reddit tournament. So that's quite interesting to see. Nice preemptive rocket strike over here just before an attack. Stunning quite a lot of units over here, doing a lot of panicking damage, making it impossible for these Rangers and V150s to quickly counter all of these Jaeger in this area. Wow, that is just insane amount of damage these guys do. F-15 Diego coming up with his 4 1-ton bombs. That's gonna annihilate all these units. But we got some more M113s coming up anyways. Ooh, attack him round. Let's see what that does. That should have been used before. Yep, that definitely should have been. Another F-15 Deagle's run coming up. Is it gonna kill the command? Nope, doesn't look like it. Did not kill anything at all. So that was pretty much it. Looks like Hotel has been completely capped by Blue 4. Not quite sure what happened over there. I think just Red just got wrecked by the amount of Government in this place, and Eric's really nice combo together with the AML-60s. It's just insane. These guys, the AML-60s are just really good. I gotta use these more often in the future. So Austrian Oak surrenders, and that's pretty much game. Let's quickly speed things up. And yeah. Alright, let's look at the mistakes of these units. So again, they kind of rectified their mistake that they made in the first match. And now I'm talking about refugees. They capped a lot of sectors. They actually gained 70 points. But they do not know how to push. Alright, if you're watching this, refugees, or anyone that is fan of refugees, don't take it, okay, take it personal, but, you know, don't take it too personal. It's just a game. But you gotta push. In Conquest, it is all about pushing. You can only defend if you have capped more sectors than the enemy, or if you're gaining more points than the enemy, then you have my permission to defend. But if you're only leading with 70, and the enemy can still cap one sector, keep pushing. Like on that left side, if they just pushed that left town, they would have capped it just easily. There was not much left in that place. Like all the enemy units were going towards that small patch of, like that small road in the forest, like just east of the left town, or just west of that river, if you know what I mean. So, you know, if the enemy attacks, counterattack, use smoke to attack. Don't blob up like you guys did on the right side. Just spread out, stay calm. If you're doing a flank, do it right. Don't just move, you know, to the sidewalk and then, you know, move back into the store or something like that. It doesn't work that way. But yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed watching this this match. So we know who goes towards the finals. It will be ANZ versus, who knows? We will see. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.